Hello, and welcome to the 44th in an unknown number of podcasts. Today marks the end of this half term, so before I continue with the rest of today's podcast, which will feature Fun Fact Friday, I just want to take this opportunity, a shout out to all of the students. Thank you and well done for all of your efforts during this half term. Someone has said that we're all in the same boat. No, we're not. We're all in the same sea. We're in the same situation, but we're finding our way through it in very different ways, and students are not exempt from that. You have your own circumstances and situations to deal with at home. And so with all of the work that you've been doing, whatever it is and whenever it is that you've been doing it, we are thankful to you for doing the best that you can. It's half term, so do please enjoy your week off. Some of you may still choose to be doing some bits of work. Some of you may choose to just take that time out to recharge and to get yourselves refreshed for the challenges that face us when we return after May half-term holiday. Today would also have been the final day for Year 11 students before they went on study leave. They will already have done some of their exams. Obviously that's not happened, but a shout out to Year 11 students as well. I hope that you're all taking care and doing well. On to today's podcast. For the whole of this week, I've been talking about mental health because it's Mental Health Awareness Week. So for the last time this week, I just want to share something again from the Mental Health Foundation. This is 10 ways to look after your mental health. So they suggest things like talk about your feelings, keep active, eat well, take a break. For the adults out there, the mums and dads, drink sensibly, keep in touch, do something you're good at, accept who you are, ask for help, and care for others. Now, the thought struck me that it's all well and good having little reminders about these things that we can be doing to look after our mental health and the mental health of others. But sometimes, what are the practical tips? What are the things that we can say that can help ourselves and other people? So somebody sent this in to me. And I suppose it's a way of reframing the questions or the things that we would say to people. So there's something about toxic positivity, things that people would say in order to try to encourage people, like just be positive, or good vibes only, or think happy thoughts, just be happy, never give up. And sometimes those phrases that we just rely on to say in order to try to cheer people up or to motivate them or encourage them, there are perhaps better ways of saying those things. And so on the left-hand side of this diagram, you can see words that are offering validation and hope. So instead of "you'll get over it," perhaps "this is hard. You've done hard things before and I believe in you." Instead of "just be positive," perhaps we could try to say, "I know there's a lot that could go wrong, but what could go right?" Good vibes only? Well, perhaps all vibes are welcome here, whether they're positive or not so much. Stop being so negative. Well, we could try to say instead, it's pretty normal to have some negativity in this situation. Think happy thoughts. Well, perhaps we can replace that phrase with, it's probably pretty hard to be positive right now. I'm putting out good energy into the world for you. Never give up. It's one we always use. It's one that was on a t-shirt that Mo Salah was wearing when Liverpool beat Barcelona 4-0. But again, there may be a better way of trying to communicate that for somebody who may be struggling. So perhaps we try to say instead, sometimes giving up is okay. What is your ideal outcome? Just be happy? Well, perhaps we could say instead, it's never fun to feel like that. Is there something we can do today that you'd enjoy? And finally, see the good in everything? Well, perhaps we can say this as an alternative. It's probably really hard to see any good in this situation, but we'll try and make sense of it. So perhaps something that we can do in order to help others is to take a moment and think about the words that we use and the phrases that we use, and perhaps there are other sentences out there that can be more helpful, that offer validation, that offer hope, that just make people feel a little bit better rather than just being told cheer up, never give up, or just to be happy. I was also sent this poem. The sender said, please do share this with everybody who listens to the podcast, because it's something that they had read and it helped them. It's a poem by Erin Hansen, and it's simply called Not. You are not your age, nor the size of clothes you wear. You are not a weight, or the colour of your hair. You are not your name, or the dimples in your cheeks. You are all the books you read, and all the words you speak. You are your croaky morning voice, and the smiles you try to hide. You're the sweetness in your laughter, and every tear you've cried. You're the songs you sing so loudly, when you know you're all alone. You're the places that you've been to, and the one that you call home. You're the things that you believe in, and the people that you love. You're the photos in your bedroom, and the future you dream of. You're made of so much beauty, but it seems that you forgot when you decided that you were defined by all the things you're not. Thank you to the sender for that. I do hope that that's something that helps some of you out there. And now we move on to the questions for Fun Fact Friday. The first question is from Mr. Barber. If you look at the national flag of Norway, and it's down in the bottom corner of the slide for you to see, the flags of 6 other nations can be found when different parts of it are highlighted. What are the 6 countries? So if you look at the national flag of Norway, the flags of 6 other nations can be found when different parts of it are highlighted. What are the 6 countries? The second question from Dr. Brisson. In any given year, no month begins or ends on the same day of the week as the one that May begins or ends on. Is this true or false? Now, to help you out, the 1st of May this year was a Friday, so you might want to take a look at a calendar or do the maths. In any given year, no month begins or ends on the same day of the week as the one that May begins or ends on. Is this true or false? The third question from Mr. Foster. Contronyms are words that are their own opposite. For example, left can mean remain or leave. Left behind or left the room, for example. So which contronyms mean A, to secure or to flee, B, heading to a destination or restrained from movement, and C, to connect or to break or collapse. So contronyms are words that are their own opposite. For example, left can mean remain or leave. So you can have left behind or left the room. So which contronyms mean A, to secure or to flee, B, heading to a destination or restrained from movement, and C, to connect or to break or collapse? The fourth question comes from Mr. Barker. According to Twitter, the hashtag #ExplainAFilmPlot badly, boy spends 7 years being a third wheel is which film or films? So according to Twitter and the hashtag #ExplainAFilmPlot badly, boy spends 7 years being a third wheel is which film or films? And finally, a question from me. When can you add 2 to 11 and get 1? When can you add 2 to 11 and get 1? And those are the 5 questions for Fun Fact Friday. Now, it may well be the half-term holiday now, but I will be back on Monday, as ever, with the answers to the questions. I'll also be back on Tuesday for the second episode of Desert Island Discs. Got a great member of staff who's going to be making a guest appearance. I'll give you a clue. It's somebody from the maths faculty. And also there will be podcasts on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday as well. So next week, business as usual for me. There will be more podcasts, so do please tune in and listen to those if you can. Until then, as ever, be kind, take care and stay safe.